Welcome to the Slice Podcast, where I give you a slice of my mind. I'm your host, Christopher Martinez, and this is episode 19. It's been, I think, like a month since I've done one of these. You know, work, busy, weekends, like to sleep. I think a couple weeks ago, I put out a skit. It was the finisher to the two-parter of my Me versus Me's, the block. And it took me a month to make that second part, not film it, but to actually think of what I actually wanted, because the way I wanted it to end was a lot different than what we actually got. But oh well. I just didn't like what I kept coming up with, so I was happy with what I had at that for the second part. So that was cool. But a lot of stuff has happened within that last skit, within the last podcast, and let's talk about it. First and foremost, I don't know if you can tell, but I have a new chair. It's quite comfortable. I just got tired of sitting on the other chair. I know I needed something more comfortable, and I don't know if you remember the skit that I did, Pizza Time. You can see a small black gaming chair that I had. My auntie sent that to me when I first moved out here to Compton, but it eventually broke over time. Sorry, auntie, but it just did. Me reclining back too much when laying down, because it's so low to the ground. I'd imagine that'd be more for kids or something. But I mean, it was comfortable. It was comfortable for the most part, but I just couldn't sit in it after a while, because it just kept leaning back. So I'm I need a new chair. I got the chair, and it's pretty damn comfortable. It's one of those office chairs you can rotate, and you could go up and down. I could basically scroll through my entire house without having to stand up. It's actually quite incredible. But I'm not gonna do that. Also, if you see, there's my Nintendo Switch. I got it back from Nintendo after I sent it in. I don't remember if I had it on the last podcast, but if you don't know, my screen just went black, and the only thing that popped up was a lit up black screen with the Nintendo logo on it. And if it needed to be charged, the charging icon would appear in the top left corner. That's all that would happen. So I sent it into Nintendo. They fixed it for free. I just had to pay for the shipping. But one of the risks was, hey, if your games aren't cloud saved, you're gonna lose all your data. And I thought, I never cloud saved before, but I think it should be fine. And then in the letter they sent back, it said, yeah, all your data's lost. Sorry. It's just one of the risks you took. I'm like, God damn it. And it was annoying, because I was thinking, man, all that stuff gone. I just beat the final gym in Pokemon Sword, even though I've had it for just close to a year now, I think. Just over a year and a couple months or so I've had it. Because it came out in November 2019, and I got it in November 2020, so I got it the day before it was 1 year old, so I could get the gold coins for it. But yeah, I just beat the 8th gym in that. I've beat Odyssey, I've beat Breath of the Wild, all these other games I've played. I have a lot of saved data for Animal Crossing. And so I was thinking, damn, well, at least it'll be fun to play Mario again. Any Mario game's fun to play over again. Zelda would be a chore. Animal Crossing, Jesus Christ. But it turns out that most of my games were cloud saved. The only things that weren't cloud saved were Animal Crossing and Pokemon. So I had to restart Pokemon Sword, which it's fun. I'm playing it again, and I'm like, okay, I'm appreciating it more than I did the first time. It's I just hate how slow it is in the beginning, but it is a fun game. I really found enjoyment in replaying Sword. And it's funny because I've rarely replayed Pokemon games, um, unless I got a new copy of it. I I replayed Ruby once, and that's because I wanted to be more serious with it. And that end, I basically lost all my old Pokemon because I put it in Heart Gold and White, and I accidentally lost those games years ago. Um, that sucked, but I replayed that. I enjoyed it. I didn't replay Pokemon White. I replayed Pokemon Black. I recently bought Soul Silver and White because I want to get my childhood back, even though you could play those games for free if you do ROM hacks for them. But I'm kind of an idiot and don't know how to do that. And I don't want to take the time to learn how to do that. And also, damn, where was I going with this? Replaying old games. That's it. Those are the only Pokemon games I've ever really replayed. But I mean, I'm having fun doing it. And well, Animal Crossing now. That's gonna be very, very fun to replay. And I say that with a convincing smile on my face because Animal Crossing is a chore if you want to actually do stuff in it. If you actually want to have a good island, you're going to have to play a lot and you're going to have to do a lot of stuff, a lot of tasks, a lot of actual waiting in time. Damn. But, I mean, I'll get around to it eventually. I haven't restarted that. I just have to re-download all the data I lost from the other games. I mean, they're all cloud saved. I didn't know they were cloud saved, but thank God that they are. But, anyways, I'm glad to have my Switch back. And because of that, I've been able to get back into playing Pokemon Legends Arceus. I guess for this section, I'm going to talk about the games I've been playing recently. And I do have a list. I'm looking at it right now on my phone, but I'll get to those later. So right now, let me talk about the video games that I've been playing recently. It's going to start off with Pokemon Legends Arceus. Arceus, whatever. I say it both ways. I don't care. Right there. It's it right there. And that game is fun as hell. Let me tell you, the premise of the game is that you're a human who gets taken into some portal by what we're assuming to be Arceus. You get sent to this, you get thrown back in time to the Hisui region where humans don't understand Pokemon fully as they do in these more modern games that we have. Like, they don't even know as much as they do in, like, the Gen 1 games. It's such a foreign concept to them. Oh, they're Pokemon. They're a dangerous creature, but we can also live with them. We could also live by them and help build communities together. It's like you live in old villages and stuff. It's really cool. So you basically have a task to go around and learn more about these Pokemon while these, events are happening where there's this rift in the sky above a mountain that's shooting lightning down on these specific Pokemons, and they become frenzied. You have to quell them. But along the way, it's an open world too, and it's really cool. You can, as soon as I was able to turn the camera one way while walking, I was like, oh my God, this is beautiful. And, you can customize your character, your hair color, the length of your hair, everything. It's really cool. What you wear, it's awesome. I'm enjoying it. And I've been playing it more recently this week. I play it a little bit before I go to bed. We had Good Friday off. I probably played that all day while really doing nothing and relaxing and watching Demon Slayer. I'll get to that in a little bit. But it's enjoyable. I am really enjoying this game, and I can't wait to beat it and do the DLC that came out for it. Next game, I guess I'll talk about Pokemon Shining Pearl since I'm on the Pokemon. I'm enjoying it. I have gripes with it. Really, I'd say my only gripes with Pokemon Shining Pearl is the art style, but it is made by Ilka. It's not made by Game Freak, so they probably didn't have as much resources as Game Freak did. And what annoyed me about it initially, when the reveal trailer came out, I was at work. I was working at McDonald's back then, like a year ago when it was announced. What ticked me off was that they have the Pokemon Day presentation. You're watching what they have to say. Oh, here's what's coming to these games, and here's these microtransaction games we have, and yada yada. And then you remember playing all these old games, and then you see the DS, and you see Pokemon Diamond and Pearl and Platinum and stuff. Everyone's excited, they're pumped, and then you see like this chibi art style for the game. And as soon as I saw that, I went, fuck. What is this? It's what? How could you? You know, you gave the 3D experience and a more, full, bigger art style to show more detail and whatnot to the other regions. You gave Kanto 2 remakes. Hoenn has its remake. Johto has its remake, but not in a 3D like style, because the Johto remake was Heart Gold and Soul Silver, which is considered one of, if not the best Pokemon games out there. This one coming up pretty close because it's fun as hell. But I think most people were pretty upset about the art style of the overworld, of you controlling the character. But you do see larger 3D models when you're battling other characters. It's just weird to see, you look this big, and then Cynthia looking like that big, and the main villain looking that big, compared to you, and you're tiny, and the way the characters walk looks like they're trying to, avoid their thighs from chafing because they've been rubbing together for so long. I don't know. It just looks awkward, but they wanted it to be a faithful remake, as they said, for these games. And I mean, it's Pokemon at the end of the day. I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to enjoy the mechanics. I'm going to enjoy the battling. I'm going to enjoy catching Pokemon. I'm going to enjoy seeing Pokemon. It's Pokemon. As disappointing as people said Sword and Shield was in certain aspects, I'm still enjoying it. But it's just, I'll say this, at least it's not as slow as the originals, because that game was slow as hell. The battling, everything. I think it's because it was the leap to the DS. They didn't know it must have been hard to go from the Game Boy of all consoles, of all systems, to the DS. Something entirely different. Maybe, I don't know. It's still a probably fairly simple system. But I don't know. I'm still enjoying Shining Pearl. I think it's a remake. It's fine. It's not terrible. I'm really enjoying it. And I was playing as much as I can, because you have to beat the 3rd gym in order to get Oak's letter, so you can get Shaman in the post game. Now, I haven't played since, because I just wanted to keep playing Arceus, because that game's fun as hell. But my final thoughts. I don't review games, because I'm not like the biggest. I wouldn't say I'm the biggest gamer, but because I'm a gamer, I love games, but I don't go into as much depth as other people do when talking about games, because I don't, I'm a movie guy. I go into depths in movies, not video games. I mean, I'd love to do that, but I have other things I want to talk about. But overall, I think Shining Pearl, or Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl, I'm playing Shining Pearl, I think they're fine. Not fine, they're good. I think people are just being babies about. I mean, I was being a baby about it too, but I was thinking, as long as it's Pokemon at the end of the day, it's fine. But then you see people do their own mods with, a 3D overworld, and you get more full scale looking characters, and I'm thinking, damn it, it could have been that easy. We could have had that. I don't know. Make the world bigger, because Sinnoh's a really cool region. I really like the Sinnoh region. It's history, it's ancient, it feels ancient. But, I guess we can wait another 15 years for another remake, and then feel disappointed somehow, because we'll all be big babes about it in the future. Okay, let's talk about Kirby and the Forgotten Land. Now, if you don't know, there's a YouTuber called Scott the Woz, and he's fairly popular. He has over 1 million subscribers, and his videos have millions of views on them. But he's not like JonTron popular, or I don't know, any other video game donkey popular. But he's popular enough so that those guys know him. The way he got noticed initially was that when JonTron wasn't uploading videos after his podcast with Destiny, that caused a lot of controversy. That's when Scott was posting his videos, and he usually posts videos once a week when he doesn't take that break after the winter, or during the winter. But then his following was like, hey, since JonTron's not posting, let's make the Scott the Waz subreddit the JonTron subreddit if he's not going to post videos. I got a little sidetracked, but Scott the Waz explained Kirby in this way. It's like mac and cheese. It's bad for you, but you can't help it. And that probably is the way to describe Kirby. From what I've seen, from what I've played of the games throughout the years, it's really simple. A lot of Kirby gameplay is really simple. The mechanics are simple. They look fun, and they are fun. But when you play a Mario game or a Pokemon game, there's always something new in it. And with Kirby, it's mainly been you swallow the enemies and you absorb their powers, and you just play through a linear level. Because most of them I think all of them have been side scrollers, but Kirby and the Forgotten Land is a fairly 3D world, more so in the sense of Super Mario 3D World. It is a 3D world like that, and damn, it is fun. I've beaten the first section, and I haven't played much after, because it is a fairly newer game, but damn, it's fun. I love the mouthful mechanic where you can swallow a car and you can drive around as a car and run over enemies and run over walls and break stuff. Or you can swallow stairs so you can, move the stairs and get somewhere where you can't reach because Kirby can't, fly all that way up. That stuff's cool. That stuff's fun. It's just fun because Kirby is such a cool character. He's a little pink creature that lives on the planet Popstar. And then bam, terrorism happens and you got to stop it because you're Kirby. And you're just an ultra powerful being that is a force to be reckoned with. It is awesome. I love Kirby, and I'm loving this game. I want to play more of it later, maybe after I beat Arceus, because I did get Arceus first. But I'm enjoying it. I think it's a very fun. It looks great too. It looks really good. And I love that it's 3D. I love that you can move Kirby around in a 3D environment. Not a full 3D environment, but still a 3D environment nonetheless. It's the first time we've seen Kirby like this. That wasn't like the overworld map thing in I think Kirby 64. I think that's true. Lego Star Wars, the Skywalker Saga. Now, this is a game that has been in development for a really long time, and its releases have been postponing for a really long time. And that made a lot of people upset every time that this game kept getting pushed back because we just wanted it. Lego Star Wars was my childhood. It was a big part of my childhood. From the first game where you played the prequel trilogy, from the second game where you played the original trilogy, to the complete saga on the Wii, where you can play all of the games. It's just always been there, and I've enjoyed it immensely. I love the more comedic take on Star Wars, and the Lego games are more silly, and I really like that aspect of it. It's fun. I love it. I didn't play the Clone Wars. I don't think I was doing video games much around then. I didn't play the Lego Clone Wars stuff, but son of a bitch, I don't think I was doing video games much around at that point. So I missed out on the Clone Wars Lego Star Wars game, but I was able to get this newer game. I wasn't going to get it for the Switch. I wanted to play it on the Xbox. I mainly like to save my Switch for games you can only get on the Switch, the Nintendo stuff. But damn, this new Lego Star Wars game is something I never thought it would have been. I mean, I would have been totally fine if it was just the complete saga plus the sequel trilogy, and it was just like as it was. It was, how do I explain it? The way the camera is placed is I don't know how to explain it, but if you know what I'm talking about, then you know it. I would have been totally fine if it was just that, but it looked, more modern, looked more clean. But wow, they really did something different with this. Basically, every mission and every episode has like its own world map, and you have your different missions to do in there. You have smaller objectives to get the mini kits or to get bricks or whatever. They really did something different, and it looks so damn clean. I was very impressed with it. And I saw this meme where it's like everyone, no matter who you are, you break every single thing in Lego Star Wars to get all of the studs. Like, that's true. You know why I do it? Because it's fun, and I'm a completionist. I like doing that stuff. It's what I am. It's how I was raised myself. But damn, it's fun. I've only played like the first couple of missions in it. I started with episode 1, but after I beat Arceus, I'm gonna get more into that. Probably more so when I'm on break. For filming for the show I'm on, we finish in about maybe 3-4 weeks, so I'll probably have more time to dive right into that later on. But for now, I'm mainly trying to play Arceus 30 minutes a night, maybe. I don't know. But damn, Lego Star Wars The Complete Saga, from what I've played, or the Skywalker Saga, because it has the sequel trilogy in it now. And there's going to be DLC with like Clone Wars and Mando stuff, which I'm excited for. As long as you don't have to pay for it. I'll talk about paying stuff in Infinite Halo in a little bit. But yeah, I really enjoyed what I played of the Skywalker Saga. We have to say that because Rey is a Skywalker, and I have my issues with the sequel trilogy. Maybe one day I'll make a video on it. I mean, I've said what I've said before on a different podcast about Star Wars, the sequel trilogy mainly, but I think there are some good things in it and there's some bad things in it. More bad than good. But anyways, really damn good game. I'm really enjoying the Skywalker Saga. And alright, I guess I can talk about Halo Infinite now. Halo Infinite. I haven't beat the story yet, which is a shame because I like it. But I've been more so involved in the multiplayer. 1, because it's really fun. 2, I want to complete the battle passes and get all the armor that I can, because I don't want to pay money for armor. That's dumb. And 3, it's damn fun. Despite everyone's complaints with season 1 of the battle pass, where you if you want, it's called Heroes of Reach, and you have to buy the premium battle pass in order to get all this extra stuff you can unlock. So every time I reach a different level, I see, oh wow, that's a cool shoulder. Oh, I don't have the premium battle pass, I can't get it. Oh wow, I unlocked Carter's armor. Oh, I don't have the premium battle pass, I can't get it. Why even show it to me if I don't have the premium battle pass? That's a complaint most everyone had with it. And there were these events. I missed out on the Christmas event because I totally forgot to play once every day. So now there's just like an extra shoulder I have that I don't have the other side to. I have like one of the armor coatings. I have a shoulder, an emblem, I think, and that's pretty much it. It was like a 10-day event, or like a 2-week event where you have to play for 10 days basically, one match every day. and you unlock that stuff. But now I guess I have to wait till next Christmas for it. They had this thing called the Tenrai Fracture event where you get like samurai armor. That was pretty cool. But they had a lot of different ways to complete it. There was actually no. You had like 6 different weeks to complete it over the course of the release of the game till I think a couple weeks ago is when they did the last event. But it was you play Fiesta. And Fiesta is the most fun mode because you respond with random weapons. You could have a rocket launcher and an energy sword, or you could have a plasma pistol and a regular pistol, or you could have a battle rifle and the not carbine rifle, this new stupid storm rifle. You could have whatever randomly spawns to you. It's fun. And so I completed that event when I could because a lot of and this is another complaint people have, the progression. They fixed it after the first couple weeks of release, but a lot of the challenges for these events were very annoying. Earn this many assists and then you level up. You earn or get this many kills with X. And there's a specific event where it was get X kills with the Mangler, but you could play 10 games in a row and not get the game type with the Mangler because the game type was SWAT. Basically, I forgot what it's called, but it's basically SWAT. No shields. You take a headshot, you're dead. But you get the new commando rifle, which is very tricky to control, or the battle rifle, or a pistol, or the Mangler, which is the brute pistol. And so it'd take a while to get the Mangler section. To get the Mangler, it was get X kills in this game mode with the Mangler. And the fact that you just can't choose that specific game. You have to wait for it. I found that to be kind of annoying, but I ended up completing it. There's more annoying challenges too, like melee someone from the behind in this game mode. Get X kills, whatever. Some of them were easy, some of them were annoying. But, hopefully they find a better solution to that. Listen to the fans. But it doesn't matter because they'll complain about everything anyways. I'll talk about that in the Halo show in a little bit. But, I'm still having fun with it. I'm enjoying it. Lack of maps. That's another complaint people had with it. We want new maps. This game came out in late November. And people are complaining that, hey, we want new maps. But for Season 2, they've showcased 2 maps so far. Hopefully there will be more. The maps look fun. But... And it kind of sucks. There are specific maps. There's like a big map that you can see being played for Big Team Player. Or Big Team Slayer maps. But it's a 4v4. Like, God damn it. There are multiple maps like that. And it's what I hate about games now. Let's put out this game was delayed a year basically, and let's put out this unfinished product still. Because we'll complete it later on down the line. They want this to be a live service game that will last a decade, they said. Hell, Grand Theft Auto 5 lasts a decade. Is lasting a decade. What the hell? And that's not a live service game. They just keep adding more stuff, more DLC, more stuff to do. And it's a Grand Theft Auto. It's fun. But Halo's different because it's an Xbox exclusive and PC, but whatever. But I'm excited for what's more to come for Infinite multiplayer because I do enjoy the game every time I play it. After every game, I do push-ups or sit-ups too to keep in shape. I'll talk about keeping in shape in a little bit too. But anyways, I think that's it in terms of video games. Now let's get into the other topics that I have. We can talk about the NFL offseason first. I love football. I love watching football. And after the Super Bowl, the offseason started. Or I don't know when free agency was able to start, actually. I don't know the dates. But this offseason has been fucking nuts. Okay, let me tell you. It all started because the Jaguars signed Christian Kirk, I think his name was, for an ass ton of money. He's not the biggest name. He's good, but he's not a Devonta Adams, or he's not a Tyreek Hill, or he's not a DeAndre Hopkins. He's a good receiver from what I've seen. But the Jags paid him a hell of a lot of money. And so that started these players basically going, I want that money. I want that money and more because I deserve it. So most of this shit started with the Aaron Rodgers too. Aaron Rodgers got like a 3-year extension for I don't know, $200 something million. I don't know. It's a really big number. Actually, let me look it up. Because it is a big number. Let's see if I can find it at least. The deal signed Tuesday, a week after he announced he would return to the team after contemplating his future, is essentially a 3-year, $150 million deal that also includes 2 voidable years in 2025 and 2026. But still, that's $150 million is a lot of money. And then they franchise tagged. Why can't I think of his name? I was making such a big deal about this. Then they franchise tagged Devonta Adams. And every Raider fan initially became pissed. They're like, I was pissed. I was like, because that's what we were all waiting for. Derek Carr and Devonta Adams reuniting since college. And then there were rumors saying that he might sign with the Raiders. We don't know. And then one day it broke out that Devonta Adams signed a 5-year contract with the Raiders for $141.25 million. $67.5 million guaranteed. I have a couple of Raider fans, coworkers, and as soon as I saw that, I ranted like, dude, no fucking way this happened. A friend sent it to me. I'm like, you're lying to me. What? Don't lie to me, man. And oh my god, it was nuts. So that was the biggest thing to happen to the Raiders. We also got Chandler Jones from the Falcons, I believe. A couple other good signings. Rock Ya-Sin from the Colts, I think. And this just happened recently. Rumors were that Raiders were one of the front runners to get Stephon Gilmore. Right? Was it Gilmore? Yeah, Raiders are one of the front runners to get Stephon Gilmore. Wait. Yeah. And it was just a bunch of rumors. But I was like, damn, we could still get him, because who doesn't want to come to the Raiders now? After what we did last season, after getting Devonta Adams and Chandler Jones, damn. But he ended up signing with the Colts just about 2 days ago. And and the Colts also got fucking Matt Ryan from the Falcons. What the hell is happening? What the hell? Also, the Dolphins got Tyreek Hill from the Chiefs. They sent them like five draft picks for Tyreek Hill, one of the fastest and most explosive and dangerous wide receivers in the league right now. And I think he's getting paid more than Devonta Adams. Let me check that real quick. Tyreek Hill contract. 4-year, $120 million contract. $25 million signing bonus, $72 million guaranteed. It's just what I mean. There's a bunch of memes too about how this offseason is fucking insane, especially in the AFC West, because the Chiefs lost Tyreek Hill. They don't know if they're going to get Tyrann Mathieu. The Raiders, everyone in the Raider fan base wants Tyrann Mathieu. They wanted both Gilmore and Mathieu, but now we can only have one. Hopefully we get that one. The Chargers got Khalil Mack from the Bears. What the hell? And also, the biggest one, the one that, so there was a lot of rumors that Aaron Rodgers didn't want to be with the Packers because he's being a big baby, and even though as talented as fuck as he is, he's been stuck not going to the Super Bowl since he won the Super Bowl. It's just been a lot of AFC championships, losing to the Niners in the playoffs. And that also happened this year, which sucked. Because I wanted him to get one more Super Bowl. As talented as he is, he's been stuck on that team. Just like Brett Favre, only winning one. I think Brett Favre. No, Favre has 2 Super Bowls, doesn't he? I think he only has one. No, he only has one. But, damn. There was rumors of him going to the Broncos. And it was all set because everyone considers the Broncos to be an elite team that doesn't have a quarterback. And, I don't think they have a good defense, but yeah, they've been needing a quarterback since Eli Manning retired. They've had no good quarterback since Peyton Manning. They've had no good quarterback since Peyton Manning. And so when they couldn't get Aaron Rodgers, they got Russell Wilson. A Super Bowl winning quarterback. He is still very talented, although I don't think he is as talented as he was in the past. He is still a very talented and very threatening quarterback. And they got Randy Gregory from the Cowboys. The Cowboys also traded away fucking Amari Cooper to the Browns. The Browns got Deshaun Watson. What the fuck is happening? And then Tom Brady retires only to fucking unretire, and Bruce Arians retires. And it's also this thing too, whereas the Dolphins fired Brian Flores and they hired God, who the hell did the Dolphins hire? They hired someone. Was he the I think he was the Niners. Mike McDaniel. They hired Mike McDaniel. I don't know what he was before. He was on. I know he was on the Niners, but they hired Mike McDaniel as their coach. I'm looking at him. I'm hearing stuff he's saying. I told my brother, who's a Dolphins fan, I said, "You guys are either gonna go 17-0 or 0-17. I don't know what other way." Also, why would they fire Brian Flores? I mean, they've had a struggling. I mean, he's won games with them. They've had that 8-game winning streak. They won 8 out of 9 after going 1-8. They also did that the year before. You know, they're also on an insane winning streak the year before, I think. The Dolphins are talented. I think injuries and an O-line is, hurting them. I like Tua Tagovailoa. I do. But damn. What I was getting to this, Brian Flores got fired. He was getting interviewed by the Giants, and I think the Cowboys? No, the Giants. And his story was that they didn't give a shit about interviewing him. They were late, and they just didn't care. Disclaimer, I feel like I didn't get my point across because I wasn't thinking clearly at the time because I wanted to tell the story as I had remembered. The rule states that you have to interview, I believe, at least 2 people of ethnic diversity as per the NFL policy. But what I wanted to get across was that I feel that it's a slap in the face to people of ethnic diversity that they have to interview them if certain teams have their sights set on someone, let's say, who is white. I felt that I didn't word my thought correctly on that, and I wanted to tell the story of Brian Flores wanting to sue the NFL as quickly as possible because I thought it was a very insane story, also involving the Bill Belichick stuff too. So, just a quick disclaimer I wanted to add in because I felt that what I had said initially wasn't appropriate without the specific context, I believe at least. I just wanted to add this disclaimer in at the last second once I caught it while editing, because even then, while recording, I realized I didn't say it, but I had completely forgot to because I wanted to tell this story. So just a quick disclaimer. Because there's the rule saying that you have to interview African American coaches. You have to. Which I think is fucking stupid. I don't like the idea of... Fuck. I don't like the idea of having diversity if it's forced upon you. I read the stupid rule in the Oscars where it's like, we're only going to nominate X films for X awards if X of the crew is made up of X. That's dumb. And I think it's a slap in the face to interview... I don't know. I think it's you can only interview one... You only have to interview one African American coach. And he said they basically didn't give a shit about interviewing him. And so he ended up... And then Bill Belichick was like, hey, congratulations. Him thinking he was texting Brian, a different Brian for the job, when he actually texted Brian Flores. And so there was some insane shit about Tom Brady going to the Dolphins after he retired. Actually, I sent this post to my brother. I have to read it because it is quite possible that this could have happened. Tom Brady was almost a Dolphin. Brady retired for two reasons. His relationship with Arians has soured. Dolphins owner Stephen Ross has offered him a high position job in the front office. This would help Brady get into the business side of the NFL. Brady found serious interest. Brady had two connections with the Dolphins. Both Ross and Brady were heavily involved in the University of Michigan, and the other is minority owner Bruce Beal, who is a friend of Brady. Brady comes with a plan. He retires knowing he had his contract in Tampa, so he cannot outright sign with Miami, though they can't stop him from becoming an owner/executive of another team. The plan was to retire, get Tampa Bay to sign/trade for a new QB, and then have Miami approach Tampa Bay, for a trade, sending him to the Dolphins. He retires and hints at possible return. When Brady announced his retirement, he stated that his mindset was, you never say never. At the same time, I know that I feel very good about my decision, retirement. I don't know how I'll feel 6 months from now, Brady said when asked if he would entertain thoughts of coming back. A new team comes a new coach. Brady wanted to play for the veteran coach. He wanted former Saints head coach Sean Payton, the connection through a shared agent. Brady also nearly signed with New Orleans in 2020 until Breeze decided to return. Payton resigned from the Saints only a week before Brady retired to pull off this plan. Ultimate plan falls out with lawsuits. Brian Flores sues the Dolphins and then the league. Miami can't just hire a white executive and head coach without following the Rooney Rule, as the league would figure out their plan. Adding Sean Payton and Tom Brady among the Flores and Dolphins lawsuit would not be the best look for the organization either. Brady didn't know what to do. Of course, he had talked to the Buccaneers ownership the day after Tom Brady unretires. Surprisingly enough, Bruce Arians steps down as head coach. So Bill Belichick kind of he texts Brian Flores. I think he was texting another Brian who ended up getting the job for the Giants. Brian Dubal. So he texts Brian Flores thinking it was Brian Dubal saying, hey, congratulations on the job, yada yada. And Brian Flores, what the fuck? And so Flores sues the league for wanting him out because, one, the Dolphins don't want him to win because you're ruining our draft picks. You're ruining the tank, basically. And there are rumors And he even said that they wanted to pay him money for losing games. And that shows the determination, willpower, and guts of Brian Flores. A damn good head coach. Very good defensively. He's one of the Belichick disciples that have not failed, I would say. He's done a good job with the Dolphins. They've shown some damn good stuff. And just to throw him out like that is disgusting. It's a shame, too. I really wanted him to do good stuff with the Dolphins. But I think... Where is he now? He is a senior defensive assistant and linebackers coach for the Steelers. Also, the Steelers don't have Big Ben anymore. And also, very tragic, they signed Dwayne Haskins, who tragically died when he got hit by a car. That's a shame. I like Dwayne Haskins. That sucked when that happened. I'll talk about something like that in a little bit too. I think, maybe. Let's see. I think the Steelers they also got Mitch Trubisky. I was on talking about the Dolphins stuff. So Bill Belichick was probably assuming Bill Belichick probably knew Tom Brady was going to the Dolphins, and he didn't want that. He didn't want to have to face his Tootie. I don't know, Tootie. He didn't want to have to face his pupil twice a year, most likely. And they almost got the best of them last year, or I think the year before. I don't recall when they last played, but he probably blew that up, being the evil genius that he was. Damn. This offseason's been nuts. I will say that. It has been crazy. And the AFC West is going to be a fucking bloodbath. And I am excited for it. One of the actors on my show is a Broncos fan. And so he's excited. I'm excited. It's going to be really fun. I can't wait. But anyways, let's see. I guess that's it. That's all I'll say about the NFL offseason for now. All right, next topic. The title of this podcast is going to be Where There's a Will, There's a Slap, because Will Smith decided to slap Chris Rock at the Oscars, which I didn't watch because I didn't care about, honestly. I failed my mission to watch the Oscar-nominated best films. I watched The Power of the Dog, which was good. I watched Nightmare Alley before it was even nominated, which I have my mixed feelings on. What else? I attempted to watch Dune, but it didn't look good while streaming. I watched Don't Look Up. Once I do a review for that movie, you'll see why I don't like it. I understand what it's going for. I just do not like it. I'll talk about that in another episode. But I didn't care about watching the Oscars. I was like, I forgot what I was doing. I was like, whatever. But Chris Rock, I think, did he host the Oscars? But anyways, I just need to look something up real quick. That's because this thing is important to the this thing is important. Fuck. It's about Jada Smith. Alopecia, I think it is. So Jada Pinkett Smith, Will Smith's wife, is bald, I think. She cut off her hair because apparently she has alopecia, a sudden hair loss that starts with one or more circular bald patches that may overlap. So, and also those two have issues in their marriage, more so being. It's just what I heard. I didn't really dive into it when it initially came out, but I guess she was cheating on Will Smith. I want to look this up actually, because I don't want to spread around false rumors, even though no one watches this shit. Will Smith reveals details of his open marriage with Jada Pinkett Smith. Okay, so from what I can gather, really, from what I've heard, from what other people told me, yada yada, from what they say online, whatever, she cheated on Jada cheated on Will Smith, but Will Smith didn't leave or anything because they were struggling in their marriage and he wanted to stay with her. I think that's how it is. She has that disease, so I think she decided to shave her head bald, or to shave her hair, basically. Oscars comes around, and everyone knows the Oscars. Everyone says let's make it all about politics, whatever, yada yada. I think Amy Schumer opened the Oscars, and I didn't think she did a bad job from what I've watched of her. She made a "Don't Look Up" joke. She was like, "Don't Look Up" got nominated for Best Picture, and its title is just like the people who nominated it. Don't look up the reviews or whatever. I don't know. I thought that was pretty funny. She didn't do terrible. People rip on Amy Schumer for joke stealing or whatever, but I laughed quite a bit when I watched that a couple days later. I think her and Wanda Sykes or whatever. But there's something she did that didn't sit right with me. She Jesse Plemons and Kirsten Dunst are both nominated for Power of the Dog for actor and actress. I think supporting, or I think Kirsten's supporting actress and Plemons is main actor. But she kind of like called Kirsten Dunst a seat warmer, a placeholder for best supporting actress or something, and then like took her out of the seat to sit next to Plemons. And I was like, that's my wife, right? Or something. I don't know. That just didn't sit right with me or something. Calling Kirsten Dunst a seat holder. I'd have to look back on it. That's not the main topic of this. The main topic is Jada and Will Smith. God damn it. I need to be focused more on this. So, Jada, Will Smith. Chris Rock, I think, is presenting Best Documentary. He's making jokes, talking about people. Then he goes, Jada, can't wait to see you in G.I. Jane 2. You see Will Smith. It cuts to Will Smith, and he's laughing. I don't know if it's a nervous laugh, like, or like he's genuinely laughing. But then he looks at Jada, and Jada looks at him. And then you cut away to Chris Rock on the stage going, whoa, what are you doing? Will Smith walks up to him and just slaps him. And he goes, oh, shit. Will Smith just slapped the shit out of me. You missed the greatest night in television history. Whatever. You just witnessed the greatest night in television history. And then Will Smith goes, keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth. He goes, I will. It was a G.I. Jane joke. Now, I can see both sides to the coin. I don't justify Will Smith going up and slapping Chris Rock. But I can understand him being upset about Chris Rock making a joke about Jada and her hair. Maybe Chris Rock didn't know. I don't know. But it doesn't justify Will Smith going up to slap Chris Rock. On national television, might I add you, this is everyone in the world has most likely seen this. It is just about a month old, I think. But come on, you don't go up to someone and slap the shit out of them like that. I don't know. I mean, I see both sides of the coin. Chris Rock wanted to make a joke. People make offensive jokes all the time. But this was personal to Will Smith. And then Will Smith won Best Actor that night for his portrayal in King Richard. Apparently he was asked to leave. And then a couple of days later after that, he stepped down from the Oscars. As in, like, his position there to allow films to be in there or something. I don't know. But, yeah. It is a very interesting case. It has produced a lot of memes because now it is a beautiful meme template. Chris Rock's shows have been selling out like insane. People hate Will Smith, but there's also a lot of controversy surrounding another actor who people are pissed off with now. I want to finish this first, though. So people fucking hate Will Smith now. Because you don't go up and slap someone for making a joke. But I see the two sides of the coin. But it doesn't justify him going up to slapping Chris Rock on stage. But there's also jokes about Will Smith, people saying, oh, he's just a cuck now. Because his wife cheated on him and openly said it, yada yada, and he still stayed with her, yada yada. And he only did it because Jada looked at him or whatever. And he was laughing at it and was like, do something about it. I said, I didn't know The Last Duel got remade already. Damn, it hasn't even been a year. I don't know if you can hear that. There's just people screaming outside. Not like screams of terror or pain or whatever, just like cheerfully. But anyways, I made a joke and said, damn, The Last Duel already got remade? What the hell? I haven't seen that film yet. I really want to, though. But, yeah. What the fuck? What the fuck was that? So, you know. Whatever, I guess. I don't know. So people fucking hate Will Smith. But then again, let's talk about more actor controversy. There is, if you don't know who Ezra Miller is, Ezra Miller identifies as they, them. So I'll respect that. And I'm talking about this to my friends. I kept saying him by accident. Because who am I to judge someone if they don't feel comfortable in their body? You know, I don't know how that feels, but whatever. So if you hear me say they, them, I'm sorry. You can say he, whatever, but I'm gonna say they, them. So Ezra Miller, I think was in Florida. They play the Flash. Fuck, I almost said it too. I'm sorry, okay? They play the Flash. I like their portrayal of Flash. But they got into trouble recently where they were at a bar and physically threatened someone who was singing a song from A Star Is Born 2018 at a karaoke bar or something. So they got arrested. And then they also threatened and was stealing stuff from someone's Airbnb or a room they were staying at. And was physically threatening them, like, I'll like have you killed or whatever. So I think they were arrested for that with restraining orders and stuff. And Warner Brothers' decision is, hey, let's put a pause on all DC stuff involving Flash. Oh, but Amber Heard beats fucking Johnny Depp, and Johnny Depp might have retaliated back. Let's fucking cancel Johnny Depp and throw him out of all Fantastic Beasts movies and still continue to use Amber Heard. There is a line that I draw with art from the artist. Maybe another topic I'll talk about later. But, also a but. I don't think Johnny Depp physically assaulted people and threatened to have them killed. As to our knowledge, God knows what people do behind their sheets and when it doesn't get thrown out into the world. But, yeah. The fans want the Flash TV actor. I don't know his name because I don't watch the Flash show. The fans want him to play Flash in the DCEU. And the DCEU is a fucking mess right now. When you went to go see the Batman, they had this preview where it was like, hey, the world needs heroes. In 2022, there's going to be the Batman, there's going to be the Flash movie, there's going to be Aquaman 2, and there's going to be Shazam 2. Or Black Adam or something. Black Adam and Shazam 2. So like 5 different DC films, 4 of them being in the DCEU. And then like a week after that got posted, they were like, yep, all of these fucking movies except Shazam or Black Adam, whatever, are going to be postponed till next year. It's fucking hysterical. I mean, I can understand if it's COVID stuff. The Batman got delayed a year because of COVID stuff. But holy shit. What the fuck's going on? I like what I'm seeing in the DCEU, but it's such a mess. Marvel knows what they're doing. You can make the argument that they make the same stuff over and over again. But if that's the case, they're still fun and enjoyable. But damn, the DCEU doesn't know what it's doing. Another discussion for another time. I want to get back on track. So Ezra Miller, they're causing quite a lot of controversy. They don't know what to do with Ezra Miller and their portrayal of Flash, and them being in Flash. I just find it hypocritical that most people, from what I've seen on Twitter and shit, are like, they shouldn't be able to play the Flash until they get help because they do such a good job playing the Flash. And I like Ezra's portrayal of Flash. I really do. But I do find it quite hypocritical that people would want them to continue to play Flash when he actually threatens people and has caused a lot of issues and shit, when all Will Smith did was slap someone. And Will Smith, everyone fucking hates Will Smith now. You know. Also, another point, I wanted to mention this, but I forgot to. Will Smith's performance, his speech when he won the Oscar was his best acting performance since Men in Black 3. I think that's a funny joke. I didn't watch King Richard, nor did I watch that one movie that had all the trailers lying to everyone, where he plays this guy who thinks he's getting letters and shit from his like dead child, and it's just his coworkers trying to fuck with him. I heard that movie sucked. I don't know, I haven't seen it. Anyways, back onto the Ezra Miller, Will Smith shit. Like I said, I see both sides of the coin to the Will Smith, Chris Rock situation. With the Ezra Miller stuff, because I like the portrayal Ezra Miller has for Flash, I would like to continue seeing him as Flash, but they are a very controversial person who has actually threatened and assaulted people. So that should be, unacceptable, But me being me, I like to give people chances. If Ezra can show that they can undo the wrongs, then I would like to continue seeing them as Flash. But it sucks. It really does. And I'm not sure what mental problems they have. But I don't think people should be feeling sorry for them when everyone's at Will Smith's throat wanting to fucking rip him a new one. When all he did was slap someone and not, you could say he assaulted, like it was, like he fucking went up to him and shot him in the chest or something. No, it was a slap. Okay? I mean, in the terms, I guess he did assault him. But it's not like he fucking went up to him at a bar and wanted to beat the shit out of him. Apparently, as to what happened with Ezra Miller. I don't know. It's a shitty situation. I mean, is the Flash movie not even done yet? Damn. What's going on? You know, it's a project that's been in the works for fucking years. Years this has been in the works. I don't know. I don't know. Also, another actor controversy. Barry Keoghan was arrested somewhere in, I think, Europe for, you know, public intoxication, but he didn't threaten anybody. It was just something I saw like at the last minute the other day. I'm like, oh, that sucks. At least he didn't hurt anyone though. And I didn't really know public intoxication was like a crime you could go to jail for, unless you're like actually being a disturbance. I don't know if he was like singing hella loud or whatever. Also, I think it's funny that Barry Keoghan's a part of the MCU and the DC universe, because the Batman doesn't take place in the DCEU, because God knows what the fuck's going on there. Okay, we don't know if we're gonna get if we're gonna get Batfleck to continue on in the DCEU, because that's just a fucking mess. But Barry Keoghan is in the MCU as Druig, I think his name is, in Eternals, which my favorite part of Eternals was that character, really. And if that deleted scene, oh wait, I forgot, it's not a deleted scene. Well, there is a deleted scene in the Batman involving Batman talking to Barry Keoghan's portrayal of Joker in a jail cell, but you don't really get a clear view of his face, nor do you get a clear view of his actual face in the scene near the end of that film where he's talking to Riddler like, oh, we can be friends, yada yada. I mean, I did watch that deleted scene, and I thought it was pretty good. I wouldn't have been pissed if it was in the movie. The reason why I'm pissed about that being in the movie is because, or the Joker scene that is in the movie, why I'm pissed about that is because it just, without that scene earlier, it just seems like it's just thrown in there. If that scene was in the film, and actually made the film 3 hours long, because it's 2 hours and 56 minutes, I think. So if it actually did keep the film 3 hours long, and if it was in there, I wouldn't have totally minded the Joker being there, because you would have seen Batman with more history to him. But I was still very happy with what we got in the Batman. I guess that's all I can say about actor controversy right now. Let's move on to the next subject. All right, the next subject being I started watching Demon Slayer. It is an anime. The actual name is Kimetsu no Yaiba. And the show follows the main character, Tanjiro, a boy who finds his family killed by demons. And his sister has become a demon. But he ends up protecting her, and he ends up wanting to join the Demon Slayer Corps, where, you slay demons, because demons are an issue in this world. And he wants to figure out a way to bring his sister back. So one day, last year, was it last year? 2021? Yeah, I watched the Demon Slayer film, Mugen Train, which is a direct follow-up to Season 1, which I also think it is the beginning of Season 2. But I enjoyed the film from what I saw. I didn't know all the context to it, but I was able to get a gist of what was going on. So the other day, I think last weekend, on the 9th or something, I was like, okay, let's watch. No, it was the 10th. I was sick and shit. I was like, okay, let's watch Demon Slayer. And it's fucking cool. Demon Slayer is fucking cool. The animation's great. It looks amazing. The action is fucking awesome. It looks so smooth, and there's so much imagination to it. All these swords can do different things. Like you can use fire, you can use water, you can use lightning, you can use like wind or stone or whatever. There's all these different types of demon slayers. I like all the character designs. It's genuinely funny at points. It doesn't become like a comedy until this character named there's Tanjiro. Inosuke is the character with like a boar head, like a mask of a boar head. And Zenitsu, who is my favorite character because he's like a crybaby. He's scared, but he can fight in his sleep, and it's fucking cool. It just I'm really enjoying it, and my sister loves the show, and I binged 10 episodes in a day, and then I binged the rest of the episodes in season one in another day. I think on Friday I did it. This previous Friday. Also, it's Easter Sunday, so I hope this is up by today, if not tomorrow morning. But yeah, it's I watched it. I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. My issues are, it is rather slow at points. This isn't a review. Probably have a review later when I watch season 2, and I'll do like a combo review, Demon Slayer season 1 and 2 review. But anyways, it is slow at points, and when episodes end, they end, and I want to see more, and it's a cliffhanger, but I can just click the button, bam, next episode. I'd be very pissed if I watched them in real time. But anyways, it is a really good show. I'm glad I watched it and finally started watching it. I was craving something new. But I'm excited to watch season 2. My sister has Crunchyroll, and I'm gonna use it later on this week to watch season 2. I think I have to watch it subbed though. I was watching dubbed because I watched the movie dubbed, and I mean it's not a bad dub. It really isn't. Like, most of the characters sound like how they should sound, and as silly as it gets at points, I think the actors are enjoying themselves doing it. Especially for Zenitsu, he's really over exaggerative about specific things. Him being a scaredy cat and all. It's really funny. I really enjoy it. Okay, we can talk about a couple of more things. I did want to do a lot of movie reviews, but I want to say that for its own entire thing. Let's talk about... Alright. There is a new show on Paramount Plus. This is the only reason I have Paramount Plus. Halo. If you've seen my tweets, if you somehow found my Twitter, because I never posted in the description like I say I would, you would see that I enjoy the series, but I have a lot of issues with it. And it sucks because I would love to work on this show, but if I say a lot of negative things about it, I most likely won't. But I have to be honest with myself. There are a lot of things I do not like about this show. Now, these are just quick thoughts about it. I'll do a full series review once it comes out. The show is about, of course, Halo. You have these badass Spartans who are initially seen to crush insurrectionists who want to go against the UNSC. But they also kill elites. They also kill the Covenant forces that threaten humanity. But one day, while on a mission on this planet called Madrigal, Master Chief, the main character, John, and the rest of Silver Team, entirely new characters, because this isn't canon to the Halo games or any of the lore. It's an entirely new take on it, but with a lot of Halo stuff in it. Master Chief sees an object that was being excavated by the Covenant or something, because who knows what else is excavating it, even though it's implied that it's the Covenant. He touches it and shit goes awry, and he starts to feel more human rather than a machine. That is explained because these Spartans have these pills in their spines that allow them to not taste, feel emotion or anything, so they become the perfect weapon, basically. So, but he's feeling more in touch with his humanity side, with his human side. And after they stop the elites and, from basically killing everyone except one person in this town in Madrigal, this planet, this character named Quan ends up going with Master Chief because she got knocked out by an elite. While he takes the object and her to reach, while the others take the Phantom to reach, and they get there before he does, because he has to get the object into a box. And I'm questioning how. Okay, I might do an entire hour-long video explaining all my issues with the show, but whatever. Anyways, I don't like the Quan character. I don't want to be mean to the actress or anything. I just don't like the character. At first, she's like, I can't wait to get off this planet. I'm gonna fly away from here. And then her entire fucking town gets slaughtered by the Covenant. And then she's like, I want justice for my place. Even though I said earlier in the episode I wanted to leave. And I want us to be free. Even though I said I wanted to leave. Where the fuck did this come from? And then so much of the show is dedicated to this Quan character. Who I don't give a shit about. I mean, I'm losing more and more patience with the Quan character. Because I can fight. Me and my family can fight. We have to fight for independence against this Vinsher character. Even though we haven't seen her fight anything. It's just a lot of tell and not showing. But I really like all the Halo stuff involving the Spartans. I think the show would just be a lot better if they cut out this Quan shit. Because right now she's off on her own side plot with the Soren character, who was an old friend of Master Chief's when they were Spartans, you know, when they were teenagers, basically. But Soren escaped. So now Soren's all like decided to take Quan over there for some fucking reason, so the show can have another side plot. We haven't seen the Covenant in a while. What the fuck? Even though there's a fucking ring that can destroy all life in the universe, but let's focus on Quan wanting to fucking save her planet, her town, basically, because we don't see much outside of the town or whatever. I don't know. I don't like the Quan character stuff unless there's like some cool payoff for that, which I'm assuming there won't be. I get it. It's the Spartans inciting hope or something. Also, people are very annoyed that Master Chief's face is shown in the first episode, even though there's... I get the point why they're doing it, because he has to show that he's, you know, becoming more of his human self. Because Quan's like, I'm going to kill you. Because you killed my mother, basically, and, you know, Spartans are evil. But he takes his helmet off, he's like, if you want to kill me, shoot me here. And it's supposed to show that, you know, he's in more touch with his human side. But people are like, wah! You showed his face, wah! And I'm like, okay. I do get the gripe that his helmet is off for a long time. And that Mando did it better, even though Pedro Pascal is most likely not in that suit most of the time. It's most likely just like a double or something, because you don't need Pedro Pascal there all the time. But I do like seeing that there is an actual actor in there rather than a stunt double in the suit all the time. It's just that his helmet is off for a long time most of the time. But there are some cool stuff in Halo. The action scenes in the first episode, because there hasn't been much after. I like the design of the Spartans. They look really cool. I like what it's going for in terms of like being more in touch with the human side. And, you know, you're human. I get that stuff, and I like it. But I felt that it was a little rushed in the first episode. But we had to get it. And I found the first episode to be very tense near the end. And suspenseful. I really did enjoy the first episode. Although I think 3 is my favorite. 4 is my least favorite. 2 is good. But it's there. But 4 just came out, and it's very boring, and I don't like the Quan side plot. It takes up a lot of stuff. It just doesn't feel like Halo to me. It just feels like some story that they found, like, okay, we can throw this in there. I don't like it. It takes a lot of the stuff. It takes a lot of the interest away from what Halo is. Halo is epic. It's a grand story. But let's focus on this one small human character on this small human planet that I don't think anyone gives a shit about. It's annoying because I do like stuff in the show. I think a lot of the special effects look good. You know, some of the elite stuff, the prophets look really good. I like some of the ship stuff, although there is some laughable CG stuff involving an insert shot with an assault rifle, a plasma pistol that there's an insert of a character throwing it on the ground, and it looks completely white, like it was taken out of a 3D printer, and it wasn't colored, even though in the shot before it was, so that must have been an insert shot. Or that must have been CG. I don't know. The pistol being used, because when she throws the pistol on the ground, it's all completely white and not colored. So that must have been like a really quick insert. How could you not get an insert of an actual assault rifle being thrown on the ground? That was stupid. Because that just looked really ugly. There's a lot more wonky CG stuff, like a character like Master Chief jumping in a specific shot, and it looks weird. The chain gun being used on the turret being used on the elite, earlier it's shown to not be effective against the elites when the humans are using it, but when Master Chief uses it because of plot armor and he has to look badass, it totally works. I guess there's a justification saying that, you know, maybe their shields got lowered. I don't know. Also, a lot of the human weapons don't do shit against the elites. I mean, you could. I'm not sure. I'm not the biggest gun nut out there. I don't know what rounds the Halo weapons use or whatever. But I'm pretty sure a gun's a gun. I'm pretty sure they're quite similar in fashion. I don't know. There's a lot of cool stuff in Halo. I'm enjoying it, but Episode 4 is really, it's either be really good from now on, or I'm gonna have a lot more issues than I already do. Also, Soren is a Spartan. How did he not kill this character that was going to kill Quan so she can get away? He's still a Spartan with all that training in him. Then he's still a soldier. How can he only shoot this character in the shoulder? Was Quan in the way or something? I don't fucking know. Damn. Anyways, I guess those are my really quick thoughts on Halo episodes 1 through 4. I am invested. I enjoy the show. But so far right now, it is a B minus C plus for me. But the trailer for episode 5 does look like there's going to be some cool action in there. And that's all I'm waiting for. Some cool action. Because Halo is epic, grand, and big. I want to see explosions. And because we haven't had an action scene since the long action scene in episode 1. But I am enjoying what has been shown. So those are my quick thoughts on Halo's episode 1 through 4. Halo episode 1 through 4. So anyways, I think that's going to bring it to an end of the Slice Podcast episode 19. Where there's a will, there's a slap. It is Easter Sunday. I'm going to try to get this out today at least. I wanted to do this yesterday, but I just didn't care enough to. I just wanted to relax. Oh, also one more thing too. The hair. I chopped it off. You could see in my last skit, if you've seen it, I just felt like I needed a change. It was too long for my liking. It got too much to deal with. Too much conditioner. Too much to have to flip it around everywhere. It felt heavy at points. I donated it. What I chopped off, it was long enough, thank God. And also, I started going to the gym yesterday. Today's Sunday. I got a membership on Saturday. I was there for a good hour and a half, running on I don't know if you call it elliptical with like the pedals and the arm things. But I'm gonna start eating healthier too. I'm gonna cut out pizza. I'm gonna try and eat mainly chicken and tuna. Except tonight, I got a pork loin because I wanted to, at least make myself a nice meal for Easter Sunday. Celebrate the day of our Lord resurrecting and blessing us with the wonderful world we live in. So, I want to get more in shape, more slim, more toned. I want to get a 6-pack because I can flex my pecs, and I do think I have a decent amount of muscle, but it's just surrounded by fat. Not a whole lot, but there's points where I'm like, damn, I think I'm fat. But it's not like a huge issue where it's like, damn, I have serious problems. Oh well. Only time will tell. Every weekend I'm going to start going, or if I have enough time after work, because I do value the little sleep that I get. Not little sleep, but I value the sleep that I get and try to get outside of work. But on the weekends, I'm going to go, because I'd at least feel better doing nothing afterwards if I work out in the morning and make sure I eat healthy throughout the day. So anyways, that is the episode. That is the podcast. I'm not sure how long it is. Probably an hour and a half-ish. Just over an hour. But anyways, what'd you think about all my topics? Did you enjoy this episode? Are you excited for next episode? Are you excited for what's to come down the line? Me seeing more movies. I want to see The Northman, Sonic the Hedgehog 2, and X. X is a long shot. I probably missed the window for that. But anyways, I want to have reviews later out for Cuphead Season 1, Smiling Friends Season 1. The Owl House once season 2 wraps up. A review for Don't Look Up, The Power of the Dog, and the 2022 films that I've seen so far this year, Turning Red and Everything Everywhere All at Once. 2 really good films. Everything Everywhere All at Once being fantastic. So anyways, that is the episode. Let's wrap it up. I think my camera's going to die. I'll see y'all next time with more enjoyable content like this, and bye.